When it comes to composing your posts, getting that all-important material together ready to post to your social media accounts, you can do it in a number of different ways. So I'm going to cover a few areas, and one of those areas will be able to add media to a library so that you can create posts even quicker. Let's start with a file manager area here. So we come to our file manager. Again, I'm in the dashboard. I've come to file manager. And at this point, I can create folders that I can store my relevant images and my relevant videos right into the folders here. I can also connect directly to Google Drive and to Dropbox as well. So let's create a folder to start with. So right up in the top right hand corner here, I'm going to create a folder, and I might just give this a name relevant to one of my brands. So brand number 1, and within brand number 1, now I can start adding my social media. So I open up brand number 1, I click on upload, and I can choose my images. So let me just do that quickly with a few. So now that I've uploaded that, and it took just a few moments, as I go back to my folder manager, I'll see that I've got a folder. I've also got the images showing here. So they are in the folder, and they are also visible here as well. Now, any image, as we're hovering over it, we can see these little dots up in the top right-hand corner, and it does offer the opportunity to view that social media or to delete from there. And we have an editor as well. Now, this is a very basic editor. You'll be able to just very simple stuff that you can change, removing some white, changing a little bit of the colors, and adding a slight change to a filter, for example, over the top of the images, and then you can save that as a new version. Very basic editing functionality there. We also, as I mentioned, have the opportunity to connect directly with our cloud storage. So now we've got our images there, we understand how they can work inside of folders. The next thing that we're going to want to look at is how we can use that to now compose our social media posts. So coming over to the compose section, we come up to the top here, we click on compose. We've got the media that we've uploaded here, and we'll be able to see the different folders that we've created with that media there as well, which is absolutely fantastic. We can, as I mentioned, also upload directly from this screen. We can attach or connect our cloud storage as well, so you can pull images or pull files directly from Dropbox, directly from Google Drive, as well as your local machine, which is that middle icon there. So we've got some media. Let's talk about how we're going to build this post. We're going to get ready to post it onto one of our accounts. So we're in the compose section. The first thing we want to do is say, where do we want this to actually post? Do we want it to post to one of our groups that we set up earlier? Do we want to individually select a specific page or select a specific group or post to our LinkedIn profile? Or what's our posting schedule for what we're creating here? So I've chosen that I'm posting to a couple of different places there. Now we want to add in some of that media. So I've got my folder here. I want this particular image, okay, and I've just clicked on it to drop it into my post. Now we can type whatever it is we want to type. So I've just typed something there. Now I'll be talking about captions in just a moment and bringing those pre-written posts into the system. However, if you want to save whatever it is that you've written, maybe you want to save that and you want that same language to be able to use again. You want to be able to use that same text that you've just created. You can add that to your captions. So you can literally save what you've just written and have it save in a library, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So every time you create a post, you can then save it in a library for use at a future time. Okay, so now let's drop a link in here. So I've got a link that we want to be able to post as well. So we've got our text, we've got our media, we've got our link, and we can now post this to our systems. I can choose to post immediately, just maximizing my screen so we can see that there, the post now button. I'll come back to our normal setting. So the post now button or saving it to a draft is just off the screen. So I could post this right now. We've got our media, we've got a link, we've got everything connected, we're ready to go. So I could post this right now, or I could schedule it. And this is where Social Post Magic really has an amazing functionality to it. So I can come in here and I say, okay, first things first, let's post it on a specific date and time. Just one off. I want this to post on this particular day at this particular time. And you can set your time your time zone, in your main settings area up in the top right-hand corner. So we want to post this particular post on this day at this particular time. That's a one-off. I can click on, the button now says schedule now, not just post now, but schedule now. So I'm posting it at some point in the future. So we'll do that. We'll drop that in. The post has been scheduled successfully. So perfect. We've now got a post that will go out on the social media channels that we've set up previously. But we may want to be able to use this post again. Maybe we want to be able to have something that comes back and shows up in our social media environment on a regular basis, knowing that people only a fraction of your audience will see any one post. So if you're posting on a regular basis, you don't need to worry about, I've seen that already before, because you'll have different people looking at your pages, different people coming into your groups. So we can say, for example, have this post right up to 60 days, and we will be changing this out to 90, but we'll be able to schedule this post, let's say every 29 days, and let's run that for a few months. Okay, so that's going to run all the way until a few months' time. And again, clicking on the schedule will drop that post into a routine that we'll be able to use or automate that scheduling over and over again with that content. So the more content you can create within Social Post Magic, the deeper you can create your ongoing schedule to have regular content hitting your social media accounts. So on this tutorial, we've talked about adding media to files and folders, connecting and uploading that so you've got that ready library. We've talked about composing and then picking the accounts first. So adding where are we going to post that to, building the post with media links and texts, and then scheduling that out. So moving on from here, let me just quickly talk about the schedules. So now that we have some posts being scheduled, we can see that show up on our calendar. And I can create posts from this screen as well. So I can say, come down to this particular date and create a post. You can see that it will take us back to our compose section, and I can immediately compose directly from there. I can also say, for example, show me only the Facebook posts that I've got coming up, and it will show me what I've got set for Facebook. Or of course, I can come back to all. I'll be able to see what's scheduled and what's already been published once I have that information here as well. So I can see the different networks that we have. I can see the schedule. I can create schedules directly from this calendar screen. So that's our schedules area. And the last area I wanted to talk about is captions. Being able to bring in captions. And you can see that we've got that one that we saved just a few moments ago. So I can create new captions and just literally drop it in here. So great. So I've just created a new caption. I can add in emojis there as well, obviously. So let me drop that in. Save that. That will now be in my library, ready for use at a future time. I can also tap into quotes, our quotes API. And this is where we can have different types of quotes. So for example, I might be looking for a quote, a funny quote. So I can bring that in, get a quote of the day, and I can add that to my captions library. So now I can see my captions library there. So you are building your captions library. So then when you come to compose, you'll have all those pre-written captions that you'll then be able to simply select, and it'll automatically drop that in. Captions you've written, captions that you've pulled in from our quotes area, and you'll be able to have them all available in your compose section. So that's the compose area, building your posts within Social Post Magic. This is bringing in media, different types of media, bringing in the written component, adding the links, and then scheduling that across your different accounts, being able to build that in a recurring schedule, doing that as a one-off, doing that as a post in the future, and then using this one dashboard to be able to build, compose, and post all from this one central area within Social Post Magic.